Is it sane? Is it possible? Still I ask myself, are we our game? It's not logical, but you contemplate, are we am I?
Yes. 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 Good to see you. Hello, friend. Steve Dangle here. And welcome to our Saturday night stream on Thursday night. Because we got something to do Saturday night, so we can't do it. This is our Thursday night stream. Leafs, Rangers, me tonight. Oh, look at that. Steve Dangle Podcast live in Toronto. We're going to be at the Rec Room Saturday. Be sure to get your tickets now, or there's going to be hell to pay. I'm not screwing around. As punishment, you're going to hear Drew's echo in your ear, too. Sorry, Drew. I didn't know how else to tell you. There you go. Thank you. Welcome to the SDPN YouTube channel. Steve Dangle here. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. This stream is brought to you by Bally Sportsbook and Casino. Where's the graphic? Where's the... I'm getting used to looking down. Oh, it's just... Whoo! That's fancy. That's very fancy. We got odds for tonight's game. The Leafs favored in this one, not heavily, but they're favored. Minus 139, Rangers plus 115, or something real interesting if you go to the Ballybet app, Dangle Angle. Tonight, it's a 3-leg parlay. Usually is. We're not going to do points. We're not going to do goals. We're keeping it simple. Shots. Matthews, 4 or more. Willie, 3 or more. And a Leafs win. That gives you plus 410 odds. Boosted from 340. Boosted way up there. You have to say it like that. Boosted. So if you like a little $2 Steve sprinkle in there, I think that's the way to go. Invisible Enemy. Hi, Steve in chat. Hello, SDP VIP ad free. Hey, Steve, did you know Keith is related to Caden? That's from producer Hayden. Shut up. Did you say SDPN live from St. John's, Newfoundland? We have looked into it and are looking into it. Steve, rank my fantasy. Oh my God. And you just typed the whole roster? Oh my God. Let me expand my screen. So many names. Crosby, Scheifele, Nyes, Caulfield, Slafkovsky is interesting. Cowan is a stretch. Makar, Riley, and now I have questions. Artem Zub. What is the scoring system for your league is what I need to know. Are hits and blocks more valuable than goals? Because they sound like it. RIP Ace Frehley from Kiss. Let's go Rangers. I did not know about that. Stink-faced McPoop Lightning. Thank you. Heather, on my other screen is Cale Makar's 400th game. What? Steve, are we old? Yes. Also, can you explain the Primo family tree? I am confused. Go Avs, go. Keith Primo is Caden Primo's dad. Wayne Primo is his uncle. Blake Smith, who's a Leafs prospect, is his cousin. Puck is dropped in Toronto. It's a TSN game tonight, which I don't get to do very many of at all because we're usually doing Saturday nights. And I always forget that the lead up is about 5 seconds long, which is why I missed telling you about opening faceoff. Thank you to Heather for the 10 SDPN memberships right there. Leafs get out of their zone. Willie is having to take on all the Rangers at once, and weirdly that doesn't work out. Jake McCabe with the theft in the neutral zone. Tanev. So do the Leafs make the playoffs this season? I'm going to say oui. Francois Labelle. Offside there. 19-10 to go in the first. So Wayne Primo is Caden's dad? No! Uncle! Keith is his dad. If you keep this up, I'll be your dad. That means whatever you want it to mean. Puck is dropped. It's Chris Tanev with it in his own zone. Tanev finds Nyes. Whoa! Nyes tries the sneaky 5-hole on Shesterkin. Doesn't work. Cowan to Nyes. Matthews. Whoop. Rangers clear the zone. This is probably going to be icing. Easton Cowan got a high stick in the head. No call. Oof! Yeah, Cowan was high sticked in the face clearly. 18:40 to go in the first. Puck is... Ref is waiting. It's Domi for the offensive zone draw. Puck is dropped. Rangers get out of their zone. Borgen, who I believe is a game-time decision with the clear there. That's a high stick on the Rangers, I think. They didn't call it. McMahon. Robertson and McMahon digging at it. Lafreniere with it. Leafs with it at the point. It's Riley. Riley to Domi. Domi in deep. No one there. Shesterkin out of his net to play it. Rangers give it away in their own zone. Domi tried to find Robertson in the high slot. Didn't work. And now the Rangers break out. Panarin goes 1-on-3. Stoller's out of his net to play it. Joe Primo is whose son or cousin? Keith is Wayne's son. Caden is the cousin, right? I'm going to beat all of you up. Stoller's out of his net to play it. Riley. Yarncroak. Shovels it in for Dakota Joshua, giving chase. Shesterkin playing the puck a lot tonight. Artem Zub is ranked 111th in my fantasy. What? Shout out to my mom. Thank you, my mom. She brought a bag of Halls because I need it. Whoa! Former Leaf Sam Carrick almost bumping into Anthony Stolarz there. I'm sure you could tell. You can always tell when I'm battling something. I got this deep, sexy voice going on. Behind the Rangers net. Steve, why do these NHL vets hate the cow child? Cowan's taking a beating, eh? Like in all 3 games that he's played so far, including this one. Steve, your bestie Adam wants grippers. Yo, no. Too many men have creepily asked for pictures of my feet for me to do that, and also I don't like my feet, so no. Here comes William Nylander, shot! Stopped by the shoulder of Shesterkin. That wasn't a joke. Like people, yeah, they've done that. I've been sent things. Oh, Michelli! Nice pass. No one there. The tools are there. So Caden and Wayne are brothers. Cool beans. I hate all of you. You're all so mean. Wes Richard gifts 5 SDPN memberships. Thank you. Easton Cowan. For Jake McCabe, knocked off the puck a little. Gets it to Matthews behind the net. Cycles it. Cowan. There is a delayed penalty coming against the Rangers. Cowan. Almost gets it to Matthews. I like the idea. Rangers touch it. 15:40 to go in the first. Leafs will go to the first power play of the game. Man, they have struggled to get first period power play opportunities. So this might be their first of the season, honestly. Yeah, Panarin hooking the hands. That's the right call. Player 4, loved your OV 10 out of 10 card story this week. I'm not a card guy, but randomly bought a pack a few weeks ago and happened to pull a Celebrini Young Guns. Think I should get it graded or wait 20 years? You can get it graded whenever you want. Definitely go to a card store you trust and see if they think it's worth your time. That's what Rival Cards did for me. That's a free plug for them because they made me a lot of money. I believe it's Daddy West, Steve. Sorry, Father. Leafs power play. Tavares nearly gives it away. Matthews. Willie. Drops it. Tavares. Riley at the point. Riley on. That is stopped. Rangers clear. Can you shout out my wife? It's her first year playing fantasy hockey. Shout out your wife. She did draft Tavares. It's not looking so bad so far. Matthews. Riley. Willie. Matthews. That's a shot. That's a block. Matthews gets it right back. Strong on the puck. Nice, tied up in a battle. Lost sight of the puck. Rangers clear. And the second unit will get on the ice with half the power play to goal, which is Probably more ice time than they're accustomed to getting. Here comes Cowan. Takes a hit from Schneider to make a play. Shesterkin out of his net to play it again. Rangers clear. Ekman Larson fans on it a little bit, but gets it to Cowan. Cowan's carrying the puck a lot here. Hands it off to Domi. Back to Cowan. Has trouble handling the puck. Oh, a flyby, and here come the Rangers 3-on-2. Michelli back. He got his stick on the pass just enough to prevent danger there. 20 seconds ago in this power play, Easton Cowan, Matthias Michelli. Nice pass over to McMahon, who has trouble handling it. Domi, Michelli, McMahon, Domi, Cowan. Penalty coming to an end. Cowan, Michelli, do something with it. Do something. Oh, Cowan almost tucks it around Shesterkin. Nice little play between Michelli and Cowan. Here come the Rangers 4-on-3. Out of the reaches of Bandajad. Fox picks it up. Fox tries to center. It doesn't work. Welcome to the SDPN YouTube channel. I'm Steve Dangle. This stream is brought to you by Bally Sportsbook and Casino. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Reminder on the Bally app, we got the Dangle Angle tonight. It's a special prop, boosted to 410. Matthews, 4 or more shots. William Nylander, 3 or more shots, and a Leafs win. Leafs get out of their zone. Wah. Yarncroke turns. This game's going by quick. Boom from Carlos. Stopped and held on to by Shesterkin. And a little bit of rough stuff after the whistle. Oh, Cowan. They're showing it right before we go to commercial break. Oh, Shesterkin read that well. Cheeky. Steve Dangle here. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. I've got the Kraken on one screen. It says Hawks 23. And this stream on my phone. I'd be one to call this some primo content. That is terrible. And yet, it's great. Hey, let me tell you about something. Light the Night is a uniquely Canadian experience, uniting communities coast to coast in support of those impacted by blood cancers. Funds raised stay in Canada to fuel innovation, community support, and national impact. This fall, come together with friends and family as we raise our lanterns in solidarity with the blood cancer community. Last year, thanks to supporters like you, yes, you specifically, I'm staring right down the barrel of the camera at you, we raised over $6 million for blood cancer research and support programs. This year, with your help, we can make an even greater impact. It's always got to be more. Be part of an unforgettable evening filled with hope, celebration, and entertainment for the whole family. The Leukemia and Lymphoma Society of Canada is the nation's leading nonprofit dedicated to raising awareness, funding life-saving research, and providing vital support to people affected by blood cancers. All right? Light the night, walking together for blood cancer research and the blood cancer community. There was some pushing and shoving after the whistle before we went to commercial break. Someone's in the box. Who has the power play here? Cassie, what's up, Steve? I hope you're well. I am not. Me neither. You can tell. I think I'll be okay by tomorrow. It is a Rangers power play. Matthews wins the faceoff, but can't get it out. Oh, boy. That was batted down expertly by the Rangers. JT Miller. Oh, no! What a stop from Stolars on Lafreniere. Gets it to Fox at the point. Panarin, Fox. Fox off to a great start this season. Panarin, Lafreniere. Whoa! Jeez. Stolarz with the save again. 1:21 to go in this power play. 39 seconds have elapsed, and the Rangers look real good. Ghost Dalton, I love you, Steve. Thanks. Can you shout out my Pookie? We're big fans of your feet. Shout out Pookie. Carlo gets to the puck. Rangers come out with it. Fox. Laugh against the laughs. Am I right? Everyone's uncle. Lafreniere. Cross ice. Back to Lafreniere for the one-timer, but he fans on it. Carlos staples Miller. Panarin. Down low for Miller. Panarin. Fox. On! Stop by Stolarz! High sticked away. Rangers hold on to it. 35 seconds to go. Waz out there for the Leafs. Fox. Cross ice. Under 30 now. Rangers into the high slot. Yarncrow clears it. 20 seconds to go. Maybe don't take too many calls tonight, eh? The Rangers power play looks awesome. Here comes Connor Sherry. That's offside. I was worried that was going to be another call. New York Mets, number 1. I sent STP VIP email with ChatGPT, made a short story in the style of Shakespeare about the Toronto Maple Leafs. Needs to be read as a VIP episode. Okay, as long as you're okay with me ripping how bad ChatGPT is. Leafs win the faceoff just outside of their zone. Shesterkin doesn't have to play it again. Dakota Joshua out of the box. And he almost started to break out with Tavares there. Tavares, what hands? Gets it to Willie. Willie had to stop up and wait for reinforcements. Otherwise, he was just gone. Benoit in his own end. Cycles for OEL. Nylander, cross ice. JT! Oh, he was looking for Michelli there. Just missed him. Nylander. JT. JT stripped, but this is going to be a hook against Will Cooley of the Rangers, and the Leafs go back to the power play. Will Cooley, real good fantasy sleeper if you have hits, based on his stats from last year. Freak says, this may be technical, and you may not know, but when you did trade trees, did you all just use PowerPoint for the graphics? So Tom Stewart, if you follow him, used to do a lot of those graphics. Used to do all of them, I think. Or did you do some of those, Drew? You and Louise also? Yeah, I didn't do the graphics. After Effects and Adobe Illustrator, no PowerPoint, Drew says. We got to get you a mic. Leafs win the ozone draw because they're on the power play. Be nice to get a goal. Rangers hit it to center ice. Matthews. Nice. Hook to Riley. Nylander. Riley. Nice played. And Nylander shot through traffic. Sabres Shesterkin. Riley at the point. Matthews. On, looking for the tip in front from Nyes. Willie. Nice move. Riley. Willie. Shoot. Oh, Matthews. He had a tap in. How did that stay out? Rangers clear it. 1:08 to go in this power play. Willie. Leafs get in. Nice. Just shoot it. He does. out of play 58 seconds ago in this power play. This is a good-looking power play. How didn't that go in? Oh, it just went into Matthews' feet. That's a great setup from Willie. Oh, I don't think Matthews' stick was on the ice. Was it? Oh, God, that's got to be a tap in. Yeah, if that's Marner, does that go in, Drew? Oh, dear. Ekman Larson tip from Domi. Domi gets it to Ekman Larson. Domi gets it to Ekman Larson. Bit of a risk. On! Behind the net. Michelli holds the zone. Michelli, he looks great tonight. Domi. McMahon. Michelli in front for Robertson, who can't convert. Domi. Robertson! Into the glove of Shesterkin. This power play looks excellent, but the Leafs just can't put it in. Heather, how are there only 200 likes? Great question. 1,200 of you in here. 200 likes. Get that number up. Cassie, I woke up today with shoulder pain radiating. Ugh. Oh, my God. Cassie, I'm sorry to hear all that. Sorry, I was just reading the whole story. OEL. Willie. On! Scores! Matthew Nyes on the doorstep. The Leafs get a power play goal in this economy. And it's 1-0 Leafs over the Rangers at home. First power play goal of the year for the Leafs. I thought it was. That was a pretty good pass from Willie, eh? That was a pretty good pass from Willie, eh? You updated the Rangers score to 1. How dare you, Drew? And you know what's funny? I don't really know if that's a pass. It's more of a shot. That might be Willie's goal. Did it hit Nye's knees? Did it hit knees Nyes? Oh, Nyes almost had another rush there. Matthews and Zibanejad going back and forth. Nyes lays the body. Rangers. Oh no! Lafreniere. Panarin. Cross ice. Way too high. Fox. Jeez, this is looking like a power play. Why did the music just start playing? Zibanejad spun around in front. Nice. Gonna try to create a break here. Almost did. Gets out of the zone at least. Freak says, thank you, Drew. West Richardson, 5 SDPN memberships. Cassie says boo and hiss to AI. Forgot that Grubauer is starting for Seattle. Definitely turning off soon. Oh, dude. I had Joel Hofer last night. I picked him up in fantasy. He was a -12 in one of my pools. Kill me. Kill me. I was on pace to win the week. Forget it. It's over. I'm cooked. Live odds updated on Bally Sportsbook and Casino. Leafs -330. Rangers, if you want to bet the comeback, +240. Rangers. Here they are. Carlo, nice strip. Yarncroke gets out of the zone. Joshua, Yarncroke. Wah! He's got Benoit! Oh! Couldn't handle it. Into the feet again. Yarncroke hunts a puck down. Carlo dumps it right back. Robertson in after it. Sheary, he's dancing tonight. Gets it deep. Tanev after it. Still behind the Leafs net. Borgen couldn't hold the line. Stolarz gets it to Tanev. 1, 2, 3, 4 viewers. I love it. Robertson taken down, tries to get it to Domi. Rangers passing is awful. Now, the Rangers haven't scored at home yet, I believe. 3 straight shutouts, but they have scored on the road. Is it just one of those things? They hope so. The Rangers have looked dangerous tonight. Don't let the 3 shots on goal fool you. Their power play was excellent. I would be surprised if they got shut out in this one. Michelli up to Willie. Willie behind the net for Michelli. Michelli tries to get it to the point. Doesn't work. Hunting the puck, though. Drew goes, do you tuck your jersey in like Willie in men's league? No, because in the off chance I'm on the ice and I have a slight chance of getting a secondary assist, I want the ref to see my number. No, I don't tuck it in. Or I tucked it in at the front for a bit. I know. It's stupid. That's why I don't do it anymore. Hockey guys chirp you for everything. Like when it comes to equipment, the order you do things in, the way you wear things, the way you tape things. I was taping my shin pads one night, and this old guy who wears Cooperalls, mind you, goes like, "What do you own? Stake in a tape company?" And so ever since I got insecure about it and started using less tape, which is probably for the best anyway. Willie flips it out to Nyes. Willie's getting one of those 1 or 2 shifts a period where he's out there with Matthews and Nyes. Oh, never mind. There goes Cowan, who's now trapped out there because it's icing. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Face off in the leave zone. OEL's been out there a while. He's out there with Riley right now, not by choice. Zibanejad and Matthews. Nyes is taking a penalty here. Delayed call, 4:20 to go in the first. Matthews touches the puck, and that's a penalty killer going to the box. Not ideal. Nyes gets into the legs of Panarin. Drew says, is it just me or are they taking forever to drop the puck? If that is your question, it's never just you. They're they're brutal. They're especially it's only on nights we're streaming. Daddy gotta remember to have his puffer at intermission or something. Hey! Hey! Do you know what a VIP is? Do you know what an STP VIP is? It's this. That's what an STP VIP is. It gets you access to all kinds of cool things. Oh, is it the wrong side? Damn. Oh, yeah. Drew called me an idiot. He's right. Shoot! That's what that's what it is. There should be a little $sign in the bottom right of the chat. If you click it, it gives you the option for a super chat, but it also gives you the option to become an STP VIP. I see your name in green, so I know you're a VIP. You get special access to emojis, but you also get access to the VIP episode of the Steve Dangle podcast that we record every week. So we do 3 episodes a week. If you become an STP VIP, you get 4. When we didn't make any shows in August, we had a VIP go up every week. And there's also the option, if you don't like ads on our YouTube podcast, if you become an STP VIP ad-free, no ads. And if you go up to the ad-free tier, you also get the podcast on YouTube an hour before everyone else, because we upload that part first. Jose, how you doing, Steve? I'm doing dandy, except for the cough. Puck is dropped. Leafs are on the PK. Matthews wins it. McCabe, Tanev couldn't get that hard around. Matthews out there with Yarncroke since Nyes is in the box. Down low. Oh, that was dangerous from Zibanejad. Couldn't bury it. Miller. I think it's weird that each of the Rangers' last two captains are number 8. Lafreniere. Miller. Fox. Panarin. Shoot. Stop by Stolarz. Minute 25 to go in this power play. Hey, Steve, do you have a link for, or hey, do you have a link for Steve's Easter Seals page? Can we get that in the chat? Am I late to that? I might be late to that. Doug Savona. Hi, Steve. Hi, Doug. Geez, I'm falling behind here. Yeah, another 10-second face-off drop. You're right, Drew. This is longer than 10 seconds. I wish this was 10 seconds. We'd be halfway through the play right now. 3:42 to go in the first. Puck is dropped. Rangers win it clean. Fox can't get that through. Oh, Joshua couldn't. I mean, not Joshua. Waugh couldn't get rid of it. So there's Dakota Joshua, Nicola Waugh. And is there not also a Joshua Waugh in the NHL? Those two being on the same line is nightmare for my brain for some reason. 3:15 to go in the first. Rangers in the leave zone. Fox. Miller switching spots. Miller feeds Panarin at the point. Gets it to Fox. Miller. In for Zibanejad. Stopped by Stolarz. Covered up with exactly 3 minutes to go in the first and 43 seconds to go in this power play. Emily Whitten. Excuse me. My team laughs at me because I do my skates before my shin guards. My shin guards are too big for me to comfortably tie my skates otherwise. I know people who do that. I knew a guy who put on his skates before his hockey pants, which I always found so weird. But whatever. Rempe is on the Rangers power play. And he's, wow. All right. It is a big body in front. One of the biggest in the league. Yeah, Jake McCabe doesn't know what to do with them. Fox. Panarin. Stopped. Tanev. Yarncroke. Hunting. Sheary. Shot. Stop. Rebound. Oh my goodness. What a save from Stolarz as the Leafs kill the penalty. And Nyes is back on the ice. What a stop. Nyes. Panarin. On. Rangers hold the line. Schneider. Matthews with the steal. Gets it to Nyes. McCabe joins him. Nyes. Shot. Stopped by Shesterkin. His defender takes him out. Leafs get a change in. This is a great game. Nice. Riley. Willie. Oh, almost fed Tavares. Here come the Rangers through the neutral zone. Way offside. Minute 30 to go in the first. Rempe did almost score there, and it would have been funny. More funny to you than me, though. Steve, what did I miss? Baby nighttime took longer. Jesse's baby tip didn't work for me for some reason. Kidding, obviously. Go Leafs, go. Oh, dear. I'm going to file that one under if you know, you know. Oh, no. Me here says, will Joshua go Rempe? Nice for him to do something. I don't know if he needs to open that door. Mark Lavelle spent 5 STPN memberships. If you got one of those memberships, make sure to thank whoever gave you the membership. Owen V. So when this team finally does the thing from final horn to the parade, what are you doing? Keep killing the streams. Go Leafs, go. Not sleeping, going insane, parading, starting at my house all the way downtown. What do you call a fake noodle? Impasta. What up from Doug Lee fan. Love the scoreboard and clock you guys have now. Would be awesome to add a power play visual if it's not too hard to do. Bluefoot booby emoji. Jesse. Drew, is that? Yeah, that sounds hard. Is it hard? You'll do it? You can't promise that. You just did. We love ads, especially on refrigerators. No, we don't, Robert. Hi, Steve. What is Scotiabank like for a game? Going to my first game in April, coming from England. Much love. Between action, it is a morgue. But when there's a goal or a big save, like you just saw, the pop is very loud. Wow. Toronto does love a goalie. Toronto loves a hit. Toronto loves a fight. It's a lot of nervous energy, let's be honest. Lafreniere questions need to be asked, honestly. Oh, they've been asked for a long time. I'm sitting beside a guy that was the second person on the ice at the 1967 win at Maple Leaf Gardens. He went to jail for a day, says Multidex. That's crazy. Are you at the game and on this stream? What a beauty. 420 likes, but 1,345 people in this chat. It's got to get that number up. Rangers win the draw just outside the Leaf zone and dump it. Benoit. Oh, boy. Rempe takes a healthy run at him. Michelli. Into the feet of Nylander. And that's an icing call. Michelli does have to clean that up a little bit. Mac Moore. Gracias. Heather. From my stepfather, I dropped a tub of margarine on my foot last week. I can't believe it's not better. Face off in the Leaf zone. Tavares wins it. Tavares in a battle. Tavares right back to the battle with Will Cooley. Benoit on his man. Careful not to take a call. Michelli to Schneider. On! Stopped by Stolarz. 52.4 seconds to go in the first. Am I allowed to out your identity, Multidex? Because Multidex is actually another account for someone who's in here all the time. They are at the game. Me here, every Stoli save, I laugh at his contract. It's so good. Rangers win the draw. Zibanejad behind the net for Panarin. I think Stolarz just lost his stick. Tandem's got to get rid of this, and he does. Leafs change. Stolarz has his stick back. Nice. Flips it for Cowan. Leafs might be offside here. Cowan. Riley. Flubbed pass. Here come the Rangers. Panarin. Panarin. Oh, almost got the pass to laugh. Shot. Stop. Leafs can't clear. Behind the net. Time expires in the first period, and the Leafs hold on to the 1-0 lead after 20. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel, brought to you by Bally Sportsbook and Casino. Check out the Dangle Angle tonight, which is looking good so far. It's Matthews, 4 or more shots, Nylander, 3 or more shots, and a Leafs win. And currently the Leafs are winning. So we like that very much. Kyle. Oh, yeah. Multidex is Mike Schmidt. I am allowed to tell. Nylander has 1 shot on goal. Matthews has 0. Yeah, should Matthews get a shot for the one that went off his skate? See, I don't know if Shesterkin had to do something there, though. And also, I don't know what goes through the stat counters' minds. It is a mystery. The live odds. I'm reliably informed by my insider, producer Drew. For Bally Sportsbook and Casino, Leafs minus 345. Rangers plus 250. If you don't like the Leafs, like, it's a 1-0 lead after 20 in the NHL. Like, a lot of teams cannot hold on to that reliably. We did have a 2-goal comeback last game, Drew. That's right. And the game before in the wrong direction. Or no, in the right direction. There's been a 2-goal lead evaporated in almost every Leaf game this year. Will you be joining Jesse's J stream? Drew says no. Because I got to shoot LFR. We have a clip that we can throw to of Easton Cowan's NHL debut. Just let me read a few more super chats and we'll get right to it. What do you call someone who doesn't like to fart in public? A private tutor. What up? Freak 811. All right, y'all, I got to get going. I need to get up super early so I can fly home to bury my grandpa. Freak, I am so sorry. Oh my God. So you ever start reading something and you don't know what the end of it says? Steve, thoughts on what a transition. Steve, thoughts on the Utah mascot Tusky? I like it. Thank you, Austino Mino. Let's get to that clip about Easton Cowan as Steve learns to read.
Specifically, Craig Berube on Easton Cowan said he's a dog on a bone out there for me. Really impressed with his play. And obviously, we saw him finishing checks and creating turnovers when he finished those checks.
And get finished on a check.
And yeah, and we're going to get to that in a second. Yeah. But what was your takeaway from seeing that in person and Craig Berube's excitement about this player?
Early results are good. I think the line works. Yes. He complements those two players. Matthew Knies in particular, he's really... I don't know if it's too early to say he's taken a step in his game this year, but he's looked so good.
He's unreal.
And he's been, the way he's been going to fetch the puck on his own and driving the possession on that line, I think has eased in Easton Cowan, right? If you're playing with two high caliber players like Matthews and Knies, it's easy to get accustomed to the NHL. It's easy to fit in because they're going to make things easy for you. So I think Easton, who is not short on confidence out there, especially when like the puck's near him, he wants it, he wants to go get it. That's a good attitude to have, and good on Craig Berube for trying this.
Yeah,
like
100%.
he's complimenting Cowan. I think he needs some credit for throwing this kid out. The first place he starts in the NHL is on the first line with two all-star players. That's a bold decision, and it's worked.
Right.
Yeah. Right. It's not just that he tried it. It's like, if you fail, it's not one of those things where like, oh, well, you know what, though? It was a good idea. If this fails, no one's going to think it was a good idea.
Yeah,
you started a rookie on the... What's wrong with you?
He set himself up to get clowned on if this thing went poorly. And he went from scratch to first line minutes, you know? And if things went wrong, Craig Berube is going to wear that. And thankfully, it went right. And he comes out looking great.
Mm-hmm. I think that's why he's a good coach for this market. Because he doesn't care.
Exactly.
There would be coaches that would be optically, we could never do that. I want to try it, but I can't.
Did you notice he called out William Nylander and it was fine? And then Nylander was good?
Yeah, he said we need more from Willie.
Yeah.
Willie had a game this season where he didn't get a shot.
Yeah.
3 shots in 3
That-
games leading
That's
into this.
unacceptable.
That's so funny because all I picture in my head is Sheldon Keefe trying to do that time and time again.
Man, and
Sorry,
you're
what I
having
meant was
to-
And before the words exit his mouth, he's trying to catch them back and retract his statement.
Actually, it's Jimmy VC's fault. It's actually Jimmy VC's fault. He hasn't been here in 3 years. Doesn't matter, Jimmy. Bad effect on this
Yeah,
team.
terrible.
Vanilla, too vanilla.
It was the Kovacevic stuff in New Jersey was fascinating to me as a Leafs fan because he would do that here on occasion and he would apologize for it every time.
I didn't mean it.
I did well. What I meant was,
This is-
and fans would get mad at him for walking it back,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
not
Because
just
he
us.
was right.
Yes,
He was right the first time, and then he always walked it back.
he was very rarely unfair in the media, I thought, and he would walk it back. Like people would talk about like, oh, he's not afraid to bench Willie and everything, but criticize him publicly. Like Craig said it as an absolute truth because it was.
Mhm.
And then Willie had a great night last night, and weirdly they scored 7 goals.
I want to go to Easton Cowan being a pain because there was a couple runs taken at him, but the one that really stands out to me is Ozzy Weisblatt delivering Easton Cowan's face into a post. And I said on the stream last night, I'm like, that might be a $1,500 to $2,000.
I think he should be
fine.
fined. I do.
That's a fine, I think.
It was.
And if you didn't see this,
it was
wait till
chicken
you
shit.
do. It is well. First off, absolute it's chicken shit. I expect that from Nashville's fourth line. They should be like that.
I don't have a problem with most of what he did last night.
No.
But that was chicken shit.
You gotta have some chicken shit plays. It's hockey.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you know, like I mean, listen, that fourth line has never recovered from Kiefer Sherwood leaving. But
Man,
he's so good.
there's not a lot going right in Vancouver either. But
He for sure is the man.
Sherwood looks great. Yeah.
But you know, Michael McCarron getting a goal last night, which is hilarious, of course. Michael McCarron.
After Brady Tkachuk called him fat. Did you see that clip?
Yes, I did. It's so good.
And then, but it's funny. He scored the goal, and I'm looking at him. I'm like looking at his jawline. I'm like, I could go for that jawline. I would like that jawline.
Yeah.
Wait, this guy's fat. Damn. All right. Well, I'm screwed.
Do you want the Easton Cowan hit into the post here?
I do, if I could.
Go.
Oh, jeez.
So that's Ozzy Weisblatt giving him a nice little bump. There is no puck in the vicinity.
No.
And
Wow.
bang, right into the post.
Man, he does that how many years ago? And Cowan's like dead. Like he's unconscious.
Yeah.
Luckily the net just comes off. I don't love it when a rookie gets blown up, and he got blown up twice last night because there was that and there was the Forsberg hit, and I didn't love the response or lack thereof to the Forsberg hit. But he got up smiling both times.
Right.
You're gonna get hit in this league.
Well, and there was a goal that happened last night. Roman Josi pulled down Austin Matthews. Austin, who never complains.
That I almost called it chicken shit. It was bad. It was a terrible non.
Austin doesn't say shit to the refs. Doesn't say boo to the refs. And then he was yelling at the ref like, what the hell? And Josi scored about 30 seconds later.
Yeah.
And it brings up this thing that Kevin Papetti tweeted, and I think it's worth mentioning for Leafs fans, Preds fans. We'll get to you in just a second, but power play opportunities ranks, and this is in the Matthews era. Okay.
Oh.
So the Leafs in 16-17 were 17th. In 17-18, they were 29. In 18-19, they were 31. In 19-20, they were 23rd. In 20-21, they were 21st. In 21-22, they were 21st again. 22-23, 18th. 23-24, 25th. 24-25, 20th. And this year, they are 32nd in total power play opportunities.
So in the Matthews era, the Leafs have not been top half of the league
In power play opportunities.
in power play opportunities in a single season
It's been a decade.
by accident. But like in the narrative that was going around a few years ago was, well, the Leafs style of play doesn't invite the other team to take infractions,
Yeah, because
right?
they are not. The word was they were just not fast enough.
There's at least 3 Leafs eras in the Matthews era, if not 4, right? There was the young Babcock era. There was
Where
the
Milan Mahalik and Brooks
man,
graced us.
Milan Mahalik scoring in the home opener.
and then Mike's like, I've had enough of you.
Mahalik and Marner scored in the same damn game
Isn't that crazy?
for the lead. It's crazy. Alan Walsh client.
That's
Milan
right.
Mahalik. Then the Sheldon Keefe Leafs did not play the same as the Babcock Leafs. Then there was the we're tired of getting pushed around Sheldon Keefe Leafs that still got pushed around, but they tried.
Mhm. We're gonna address Kyle Clifford. Watch out.
Yeah, like and now we got Berube and like so the Leafs style doesn't invite for what are you doing? What are we sorry, that's odd. That's odd.
It's an oddity.
The best they did was 18th in the rookie year, and which still isn't top half, and they've never even gotten back to that. Have they had a first period power play this season yet?
I don't know.
I'm not sure that they have. I think almost all of them have come in the third, or they've been canceled in the middle of them. There's been at least 2 or 3 4-on-4 opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll call a penalty, but cancel each other out or whatever. I'm sorry, it's a thing.
Jesse,
Mm-hmm.
William Nylander, as Steve mentioned, got called out. Called out by the coach. He gets a goal and 2 assists last night. He has 7 points. Nyes has 6. Tavares has 5, and Matthews has 4.
Mm-hmm.
Definitively a new core 4. Significantly more cost effective.
Calle Yarncroke.
And Calle Yarncroke, let's not forget about him.
Yep.
But I wanted to talk specifically about Willie and the fallout from the call out, and then him just coming in and looking a lot more engaged. Was there much said yesterday about his game after the game?
Yeah, I think everybody noticed he had the puck more. You know, I think like William Nylander's the best when he's holding onto the puck. If you look at that John Tavares goal in particular, I can bring up the goal visualizer here. If you see at the beginning where Willie touches the puck here, he gets a pass from OEL, and then he gets the puck back, and you see how long he holds it.
This give and go is so nasty.
Willie's the best when he's moving around the zone and he's holding the thing and he's passing it around. And I think like he's called out, and then he recognizes, oh, I need to wake up a little. And every once in a while, you need to shake the baby. And they say, don't shake the baby.
Oh my God.
And then you shake the baby, and the baby starts crying.
And he's like, you're right, I will go to sleep.
I will score some goals, and I will get in the action. The first couple of games of the season, he was clearly a little, I don't know if his energy levels were down or if he's still getting acclimatized to the season, but you saw it last night where he can pick things up against a lesser opponent. I think we can all agree in Nashville, and he got things going. It was good.
Adam and I, representing the dads union of this show, would like to say that that's not how babies work.
Yeah, I think they say don't shake the baby, but I don't know.
Steve Dangle. Whoa. Calm down. There was a Leafs goal scored. Just not recently. Like it was in the first period. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Brought to you by Bally Sportsbook and Casino. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. Can I tell you that before I got COVID for the first time, whenever that was, 2021, I had never used a puffer. Now, nearly every time I get sick, I need a puffer. But the oomph, that the puffer gives you is it's something. It's a performance enhancing drug. The wonder of steroids. Yes, Drew. Yeah, I need a puffer for no, not biceps, Drew. I got the dad biceps. I need abs. I need a puffer for my abs. Actually, my low back hurts. Can I have a puffer for my QL? Both of my QLs. Kyle. Thought it was SDPN, not SDPN. Oh, Drew Dangle podcast. Oh, and you screwed it up. You're an idiot. That's okay. Santander out, replaced by IKF, done for the year. Very unfortunate on Santander, but IKF has had he's had good luck against. I can't remember who the pitcher is tonight for the Mariners. I know Scherzer We're hoping for one more gem out of Scherzer. He's going for the Jays tonight. Robert Bett, do you believe what some analysts are saying that Dakota Joshua is a sleeper for Toronto? I haven't heard any analysts say that. I mean, he hasn't looked bad. Like, I know I criticized him on the show. It wasn't a criticism of he looks bad. I'm just not seeing enough. Like, I want to see him get involved offensively. I want to see a nice defensive breakup. I want to see a nice hit, maybe a fight, or I'm just looking for stuff. Drew goes, he's better than Reeves. Yeah, like, they're healthy scratching Lorentz. Like, Lorentz should be in this lineup a lot more than he shouldn't be. And Sammy Blais hasn't even played yet. Like, they have big, gritty depth. By the way, I got a very heartfelt message that I think I missed from Patrick Batty. Patrick's wife passed away at the end of August. And he's talking about mourning and grief and the stages and everything. And he's been burying himself in sports, movies, and walking. And I think it's just a reminder to being kind is not always the easiest thing to do. If it was, we'd do it all the time. But you never know what someone's going through. Hearts in the chat for Patrick, big time. They're showing on the TV right now. Not on the TV, it's on the computer. I'm watching this on. First power play goal of the season for Matthew Nyes. First power play goal of the season for the Leafs. And that is why the Leafs have a 1-0 lead so far in this game. Drew goes, you should have picked Nyes for your Dangle angle. He's got 4 shots. The problem with the Leafs having big guys is you never quite know which one is going to get all those looks. Like in all their games so far, this being game 5, someone gets the looks. Matthews has had some quiet nights. Willie's had some quiet nights. Matthews got his night. Willie got his night. Nyes is getting his night. Waiting for the puck to be dropped here. Puck is dropped. Tavares with the win. Benoit with it. OEL stumbles. Leafs deflect it in. Shesterkin is forced to play it. Bit of a risky play there. Rangers turn it over. OEL in his own end. Benoit. Tavares can't get out of the zone. Michelli does get out of the zone. OEL trying to calm things down. Can't get out. Benoit gets it in the neutral zone. Michelli flips it. Can't get it to Tavares. Rangers were hounding him. Nylander creates a turnover to Tavares. Michelli heading for the net. Shot! That goes wide. Tanev. McCabe. Michelli. That goes off a stick and out of play. 19:14 to go in the second. By the way, got a big influx of Easter Seals donations after we got it in the chat. And I do need to give a big shout out to producer Drew, who I think is very responsible for getting so many donations to our Easter Seals page, because he pointed out last LFR we were using the wrong link. And weirdly, the donations started pouring in once we started using the right one. Shesterkin gloves that. We'll get another face-off 19-10 to go in the second. The whole Easter Seals tournament, the Eric Lindros Celebrity Hockey Classic, has raised $77,787.97. so far. I just wanted to read that because of all the sevens. Matthews. Cowan. Tries to beat his man wide. Is knocked to the ice. Stays with the puck, though. Matthews gets it. He tried to get Cowan there. Panarin. Up to Zibanejad. Cooley breaks loose. Shot! Stopped by Stolarz. It's behind the Leafs net. Stolarz has been so sharp tonight. Cowan in the neutral zone. Riley drops it for Matthews. Cowan! Matthews! It's behind the net. Matthews battling for it. 1-on-2. Schneider gets out of the Rangers zone and dumps it. This has been a great game. Hey, a lot of chances. A lot of screaming. That espresso I had about 45 minutes before puck drop. Hitting real good. Drew goes, decaf? No. You know what? Sometimes I like a decaf espresso just to get me through the evening. Yeah, it is. It's a thing. If you have an espresso. It gives you just enough. But when I'm sick, like I put barriers on how much caffeine I'm allowed to have. Like I self-impose those barriers. When I'm sick, green light. You have as much coffee as you want, big boy. That's what I refer to myself as. That's not true. Nick Robertson feeds OEL. Can't get the puck through. Nice stick from McMahon. Keep it alive. Benoit shovels it in the corner. Robertson battling. Domi. They lose the zone, but keep the puck. Domi. Robertson. In the neutral zone. Benoit. Domi. Robertson. In the neutral zone again. OEL. Robertson. Benoit. Leafs, I think, just wasting time to change. Benoit. OEL. And here's a new line. OEL. Stripped by Carrick. Can he get it back? Rempe with it. Rangers at the point. That's wide of the net. This is a big fourth line for the Rangers. Tall and heavy. Carrick to the point. Shot from the half wall. That goes all the way around. Beyblades around the boards, and Shesterkin will have to play it. Oh, Drew, you're killing me. He goes, do kids know what Beyblades are? Oh, you're right. They probably don't. I need a new reference. Oh, that hurts me. Yarncroak is hit. Tavares after it. Cassie, I got my dono to go through. Took a few tries. Let's go, Cassie. To Easter Seals? Thank you. There you are. Your donation has your full name. Let me read it out right now. No, I'm kidding. We don't do that. That's unkind. I don't know if it's updated yet. There you are. Whoa! Most generous, Cassie. 400 doll hairs. Shoo. Gracias, amigo. That all goes to Easter Seals Ontario, charity that helps out kids with physical disabilities, and it means a lot to me. Shout out the Cassie clan. Get those emojis going in the chat. Lafreniere. Laugh. Rangers lose the zone. God, the difference is night and day after I had the puffer. So good. I shouldn't have waited so long to pull the trigger. I should have had it this morning. I'm not going to lie. I forgot I had it. Nylander. Cowan dumps it. Michelli. I keep confusing McCowan and Michelli. Did I say McCowan? This is what, my second stream of the season? I'm rusty. Rangers. Oh boy, Leafs in trouble. Stop by Stolarz. Rebound. No. Nyes gets rid of it. Is this going to be icing? It is. 15:08 to go in the second. Drew goes, you agree Easton Cowan has a stupid number, right? You know, so it's 53. I think that's what he wore in junior, though. 53 is odd. Somehow I don't think he's the first Leaf to wear 53. I'm trying to think of... That feels like a Peter Horacek era number. No, Cowan wore 7 with the London Knights. Here comes Willie. Beating his man wide. He fires it wide. Nice. So Willie's out there with Matthews and Nyes right now. I think Willie just headed off. 7 is retired by the Leafs. In honor of... Who remembers off the top of their head? Tim Horton. Panarin. I'm actually not 100% confident. I'm pretty sure it's Tim Horton. Here comes Cowan. Cowan. Cowan! Shoots! Oh, missed, but not by much. Matthews beats Panarin easily. Matthews. Whack from Riley. That's high and behind the net. Nice. Leafs doing okay in these battles. Nice battling as Matthews goes for a change. Here comes Domi. Puck goes over the glass and out of play. We're nearly halfway through the second period. I think the Leafs have only been credited with 1 shot. Oh, also, it's only 6 minutes into the second period. Steven. I know, get another espresso in you. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Brought to you by Bally Sportsbook and Casino. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Live odds. Rangers, their odds keep getting a little more appetizing. We're at 280. Plus 280 for them to come back and win this game. Leafs at 395. If you did the Dangle angle, you don't want the Rangers to come back and win this game. What? I live in Coburg and this game is a blackout for me? That has to be wrong. Do you have TSN? That makes no sense. Did they not go to Sunday school? Moses Beybladed the Red Sea? True. Yeah, okay, I'm glad you don't get it either. He parted the red... No. I'm not seeing it. But, well, now I'm just picturing Moses doing Beyblades. Just letting it friggin' rip. Steve wants to out my last name so bad. It's Crosby. Cassie Crosby. Robert Bett. No, it's Cassie Malkin. Should we send out Blais and Pizzetta for entertainment, if nothing else? Well, Pizzetta's in the minors, but he can be called up without waivers for, I think, the next few weeks. Diane sent 5 SDPN memberships. Gracias. Thank you. Wow, Matthews has already played 10-24 tonight. Almost halfway through the game, and it's not halfway through. I don't know. Yeah, I guess, yeah, you're right. It's barely noteworthy. Rangers behind the Leafs net. Parsonen behind the net. Parsonen stopped by Stolarz. Rangers not placing their shots right. Stolarz is making some good saves here. Robertson taken down. He wanted a call. He's not going to get it. Borgen is hit. Robertson. This is going to be real interesting if the Leafs score here. They might say the that Robertson fell offside. It might become a moot point, and it is. Rangers in the neutral zone. Tanev takes the puck. Robertson to Domi. Robertson stripped by Rempe. There's a size mismatch. McMahon takes Rempe into the boards. I'm critical of Robertson, but his playmaking vision has been on point this year. I don't know if he has an assist yet, but he should have at least 2. It's just, I think it was McMahon didn't bury the chances, and I've liked McMahon's game so far. Oh, Joshua Staples his man. That was Vakanainen. And Rempe trying to answer. Joshua. Ekman Larson. Hands it off. Leafs lose possession. Here come the Rangers. Carrick. Wide of the net. Cassie says, good night, guys. Don't work too hard. You heard the lady. Doctor's orders. Excuse me. Rangers, 3-on-2. Miller. They still have the puck. They don't have the 3-on-2. Sherry. Tavares. Gavrikov. Miller. Laugh. Can't center it. Gavrikov. Fox! Wide of the net. Leafs hemmed in here. This is their second line. Tavares. You can't get it out. Riley does to Willie. Willie, Tavares, shot! I think that was stopped by Shesterkin or fired wide. Rangers turnover in the neutral zone. Willie. Tavares. Michelli. Shot! That is blocked. Michelli gets it right back. Over to Tanev. Cowan going to the net. Tanev! That is stopped by Shesterkin. 10:56 to go in the second. This has been a fun game. I like it a lot. 1,371 I hear in the chat, but under 600 likes. Why do you hate me? Click like. It helps out the channel, and it's free. Emo Jalapeno with the Easter Seals donation. Joe with the Easter Seals donation. Thank you, thank you. Tanev. I get emails every time someone donates. Please fill up my inbox. I do not mind, I promise. Nice! Cross ice! Cowan! That is gloved by Shesterkin. Bit of a rush shot. Kid looks good. Hawks 23. Wonder if Moses was into Yu-Gi-Oh at all. Would have been a huge Exodia enthusiast. I'm not into Yu-Gi-Oh or wasn't into Yu-Gi-Oh enough to understand that. They're playing Kiss. Ghost of War X. I don't believe they are the same player, but is anyone else having Richie deja vu with Michelli? Because it feels like Leafs management does. No, I think it's different situations, and I'll explain that in a minute. Rempe! Stop by Stollers, and there's a whistle. I tell you what, Matt Rempe looks like a different player. Big guy shouldn't be able to move that quick. I know it's Benoit. He's young. I think people forget he's young. How old's Rempe? 22? 3? He's not old. And he plays center. They have him on the power play. I think he kills penalties. It's a versatile player, man. I don't know what his ceiling is in terms of talent. But I think he's going to have a long NHL career, man. You need players like that. Michelli taken down. Call. No call. Rangers deflect it. Stop by Stolarz. The second line hemmed in again a little bit. Tavares, great work. Michelli and Nylander break out. Nylander. Cycles it. He's in the corner. Michelli behind the net. Michelli. Tries to find Tavares. Almost works. Benoit helping out. Nylander. Tavares! Stop by Shesterkin. Michelli battling. Passes it to Willie, who's not looking. Benoit in his own zone. I still think there's something there with Michelli. He's fighting it. They're fighting it, but I see it working long term. Richie was always the Leafs wanted him in the top 6, if not the top line, icing against the Rangers. Whereas Michelli, they've been very transparent about, we don't want him in this position. We want him second or third line. And he was on the first line. He's on the second line, looks much better. Puck is dropped. Rangers dump it into the Leaf zone. Carlo. Button hook. Nice. Can't find Matthews. Now Carlo gets it off the dump. Nice. Knocked down by Gavrikov. Money well spent for the Rangers, I'm thinking. Riley. Behind the net. Tanev's out there now. Cowan gets it in his own zone to Riley. Nice pass. Confident pass. Riley to Nice. Dumps it into the corner and goes and gets it himself. Leafs hold the zone temporarily. Here come the Rangers 2-on-1. Miller. Lafreniere. Miller. Shot. Stopped by Stolarz. Rebound. Cowan. Plays it out. Rangers trying to keep the pressure on. They cycle it. Stolarz. Can't play it. Oh, Zibanejad. Panarin. Bang! Stop by Stolarz. Is there a rebound? No. Anthony Stolarz has been sharp tonight. And the Leafs hold on to their 1-0 lead. 8:05 to go in the second as we go to commercial. Steve Dangle here on the STPN YouTube channel, brought to you by Bally Sportsbook and Casino. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. The Dangle angle is a 3-leg parlay. Leafs win. That's looking all right so far. Matthews, 4 more shots. That's looking tough. Nylander, 3 or more shots. Less tough. Still a ways to go. We're about halfway through. Am I looking the right way? I did it. I was looking the right way that time. Good for Steve. Good for Steve. Good for Steve. Thank you for joining me on this Thursday. I know it's a Thursday. I know the Jays are playing very soon. And it feels like Saturday to me. Because I'm sitting here. When I'm sitting here in this exact spot, it means it's Saturday. Man, usually Leafs games are what help me keep track of the days of the week. It has not helped so far this season. There have been several times where I've been at least 3 days off. And I don't mean days off. I mean, oh yeah, happy it's Friday. Steven, it's Tuesday. Don't call me Steven. Heather, the Avs fan, says, Kale McCarr! Did McCarr just do something, Drew? Is that why I can't hear you? Have you muted yourself because you're watching the Avs game? Drew goes, I don't know. I'm watching this effing game instead, Steve. Oh, I'm sorry for making you do your job. Leafs face off in their own end. Wah helps and gets it out. McCabe dumps it. Wah. A lot of back and forth here. Heather with the 10 gifted memberships. Did I say that already? Thank you. And also congrats. Kel McCarr scored. There you go. Rangers. That's wide. They hold the line, though. Tanev battling Zibanejad. Panarin. Wah. Gets it out. Joshua and Yarncroke. Hey! Shesterkin makes the save. Joshua was right there. Is this some rough stuff? Robertson and Joshua. Who is Robertson on the Rangers? First few streams of the season, man, I've been watching as many highlights as I can. I've been reading as much as I can. And it's still just really hard to keep up with who everyone is and their number especially. Gavrikov being 44. Didn't know. Now I know. Edstrom is 84. Didn't know. Now I know. I should have known that one, but sorry I don't know the jersey number of every fourth liner in the league. I knew about him, though. Robertson. Domi! Stop it, Shesterkin rebound! McMahon can't get to it. Riley hunting. Robertson evades the check to Domi. Oh, Robertson faked it. Riley. Domi. Carlo on. Looking for a deflection shot. Robertson. Oh, and Shesterkin had some trouble handling that. 6:36 to go in the second. Heather, thank you for another 5 SDPN memberships. If Rempe ran Easton and the D are mid-change and Willie and Austin are on the ice, who fights Rempe? I'd still say Domi. Yes. What would Domi do? He'd do something dirty, and I would endorse it. Poor Drew being held hostage by Leafs fans. Please, someone take Grubauer from us Kraken folk. You had your chance. Big Bees fan here. Love the show. Hope we crush Vegas. Oh, picking between Boston and Vegas is tough for this Leafs fan these days. Oof. Rangers on. Sherry looking for a deflection. That's wide. Benoit a little slow to get up. Sherry hands it off. Saying Sherry activated the lady in my phone. Benoit takes a call. And I think that was sold like a flea market. Benoit got a puck in the face. That's why he was slow to get up. Or was it a stick? Nope, that's a puck. He gets his stick between Sherry's legs, and Sherry falls down and he does make sure to sell it, but it is a call. It's a call. Not great from the Leafs' third pair, who I think have been having a pretty good night. Go Leafs go Jays go from Monster Scrub, and my Rangers are straight buns. Yeah, well, they're going to the power play. So we'll see if they stay buns. Rangers win the faceoff. Buns as they are. Fox. Down low. Tanev. He blocked it. Wasn't able to get rid of it, but he blocked it. McCabe. Oh! That's deflected wide. McCabe dropped into the butterfly. Nye's not able to get it out. Miller. You got to get that out there, Nyesy. Fox. It skips over his stick thanks to the stick of Matthew Nyes. No one happier that left the zone than Nyes. Waz out there now. McCabe knocks his man off the puck. Fox! Where's that? Weird bounce, and Nyes gets it and breaks out. Oh, what a move around Fox. Almost worked. Nyes and Wah causing fits in the Rangers' end here. Wah, Nyes got to get off here. Wah got away with a bit of an elbow on Zibanejad, very slowly going to get his stick. Rangers fans on and off, very frustrated with DJ Zbad. Miller hands it off, entry from Schneider, who drops it to no one for the loss of the zone. This power play not looking as formidable as the Rangers' first in the game, which looked like it was going to end in a goal for sure. Rangers offside right now. God, they're sloppy. Here comes Schneider. There's still 23 seconds to go in this power play. They could score. Robertson out there on the PK, and he's got a 2-on-2. He's got McMahon with him. Can't feed him the puck. Robertson just ragging 4 Rangers. Took him a solid 5 seconds to get the puck off him. And that'll just about do it. 2-1, penalty over. Rangers attacking, 4-on-3. Rempe. Benoit is out there as the third forward. Hands it off to Willie. Is Benoit going to join the rush here? No, he gets off. Matthews with it. Willie gets it back. Michelli out there. Willie. Riley. Matthews. Oh, I thought he shot that. Into the neutral zone. 3:35 to go. SGA Sports Talk channel. What's up? Welcome. Carlo, Michelli, Matthews. Oh, shot! Sabres to Sturkin. Michelli! That one goes wide. Leafs running into each other as the Rangers break out with numbers. Radish around. Stop by Stolars! And a beneficial early whistle. What a stop from Stolars. That puck was loose. What a save. What a save on Sam Carrick. Stolars got his head very lightly bumped there. I held my breath. We're good. How good has Anthony Stolars been tonight? Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel, brought to you by Bally Sportsbook and Casino. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Logan Prescott. I have Matthews and Nyes on my fantasy team. Should I change the team name to the Arizona Connection? Just call it a woo. I saw a coyote today. I pulled over to take a video. That's true. That's a true story. It happened to a friend of mine. Drew, can we get an update on shots? Because I feel like we're getting closer. Matthew Shirley isn't at 0 anymore, right? He's at 1. We got 1. Nylander's still at 1? They're not shooting, you're right. But it feels like they have the puck in the offensive zone. They're getting a lot of chances. They're passing a lot. Yeah, you're right. Drew said, yeah, we need the double dip there. Matthews to get a shot, get stopped, and get his own rebound. It's Shesterkin. Like, you can usually count on him to make the first save. Anthony Stolars. Thank you to Nicole for the Easter Seals donation. We see you. We see you. Rachel's Raiders just crossed $12,000 raised for Easter Seals. Loving that. And the tournament is just shy of 78,000 raised so far. Leafs face off in their own zone. Are they able to get it out? Not quite. Domi is out there on the left of Tavares and McMahon. Here comes McMahon. One of his quieter games so far this season. Benoit. Domi. Around for OEL. A lot of lefties out there right now. Domi. It's all lefties. Ekman Larson fires it. It's behind the net. McMahon. Benoit. McMahon. Shot! Stopped by the toe of Shesterkin. OEL. Domi. Look sharp this year. Oh! Almost a Tavares setup for McMahon. OEL. Benoit Domi. Lethal offensive combo. We know this. Domi down low as the Leafs change a little bit. OEL. Matthews out on the ice now. Matthews. Good job. Shot! That was Domi. And he misses high and wide. McCabe out there now. Pass a little too hot for Matthews to handle. Rangers. The J score will be live over my left shoulder for the rest of the game, producer Drew tells me. Tanev. Cowan in his own end. I'm seeing a lot of Cowan in the D zone today, or more than we have seen. Matthews to Nyes. Nyes holds on to it. Tries to cycle it. Cowan with it behind the net. Oh, can't quite center it. Sherry gets it into the neutral zone. 1:20 to go in the second period here. Cowan. Domi shot. Domi, a lot of ice here. Shesterkin with the save. Tries to get rid of it. Cowan bats it down. Here comes Miller through the neutral zone. Good defensive play from Cowan. 1:05 to go in the second. Robert Bet. Riley. Giveaway to Panarin. Panarin. Oh, boy. Rangers score here. Fans are not going to be happy. Schneider. Whiffs on it. Cooley. Panarin. In front of the Leafs net. Willie gets it into the neutral zone. 40 seconds to go in the second. Cooley. 3-on-2 for the Rangers. Leafs catch up. Shot! Stopped by Stolars. And he gets it out of the zone. Willie chasing. Pressure on the Rangers. Forces them to make a quick pass. Carlo. Riley in his own end. Up the ice. Cycled. Berube has the blender out. Panarin. Time running out. Panarin with Rempe. Rempe behind the Leafs net. Benoit doing a great job on him. 5 seconds. Zibanejad. Rempe finishes his hit on Waugh at the whistle, at the horn, I should say. The Leafs still, man, despite all the chances in this game, I am shocked that this is still a 1-0 affair in Toronto between the Leafs and Rangers. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell your friends. This stream is brought to you by the Bally Sportsbook and Casino. You can check out the Bally app on Google Play and the Apple Store. Justin Fisher with a great question. Do you have your Halloween costume picked out? No. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. I'm going to be Sully from Monsters, Inc. And my daughter, who is just over a year and a half old, is going to be Boo. I have tried on the Sully costume once. She cried. It is, it is kind of perfect. Now every time I point at it, or she points at it, and she goes, "Daddy?" And I go, "Yeah." Want me to put it on? And she just goes, "No." No, she's going to have to deal with it, Drew, which means the whole neighborhood is going to have to deal with it. Stoller's ready for the playoffs. He even has a beard, says Robert Bet. Drew. The live odds, by the way, Rangers still only down a goal, plus 325. If you're a Leafs hater, that's probably worth a sprinkle, Drew. Leafs minus 475. But we're hoping Leafs hold on to this and Willie and Matthews get a bunch of shots. That's going to happen. Drew. What's the clip? Ooh. It's the CJ show. Was this from today's episode? Ooh, the CJ show. Talking about the turmoil in Buffalo. Can last night's win save their season from going off the rails?
It's been a bit of a weird week and a weird time for the Buffalo Sabres. They started off the year in some tough straits. We kind of brought them up on our last podcast with their start, and then after that, they go on to lose to the Colorado Avalanche, and fan throws a jersey on the ice. Even the media veils. You see Tage Thompson get a little testy. They really needed that win over the Ottawa Senators on Wednesday. They blew them out, an 8-4 victory. Even with that victory, though, how do you measure what's going on with the Buffalo Sabres and their start? I wonder how much that victory contributes anything in terms of stopping the bleeding with what's been going on there.
Well, how much that decisive win matters tells you just how unique the situation is, because we are obviously at the start of the second week of the NHL regular season. What we all know is a long season. Typically any team, positively or negatively, you and I are going to hit on here these next few weeks, that will always come with certain qualifiers that it's early and that, things can happen, but Buffalo's its own unique case. Right. And I do think that there's certainly a lot of talk around the league circles just about what will happen there if they don't get it right. And, the thing I would caution everyone at this point to say is they haven't necessarily got it wrong this season. It's just, you start 0-3. They had 2 goals through those first 3 games. Naturally, fans have every right to further unrest, and I think the pointed questions are fair. And the only way the Sabres can push back on it is to show that they're better than they've been, right? To truly get in a playoff race and make the playoffs again. And I actually do think they have a roster that it's not a preposterous suggestion, but they're gonna have to almost push through some of all these feelings, these doubts, these, the fact that the minute something goes a little bit wrong, it's probably going to feel a little bit worse in their market because it's 14 years of things going wrong. And that's part of the challenge that they face that I think is unique even from other teams. I look at a Chicago, for them, certainly a nice start. They had a big win in St. Louis on Wednesday, and you're trying to shed the vibes of like, this is a team that's at the bottom every year, right? I think, while it's not easy for Chicago, it's even harder in a place like Buffalo. I'm just contrasting the two situations because, of course, during the streak that the Sabres haven't made the playoffs, Chicago's actually mixed in a cup win in that time, right? So, it's as far off as the Blackhawks have felt the last number of seasons. It's not what Buffalo is. So, yeah, I think it's a huge win. They've had they've got some injury stuff that they're contending with to start the year. Mm-hmm. There's a lot going on there. I'm not saying it's going to be easy sledding, but I do feel that they kind of have to work their way out of it one step at a time. They made changes this summer too, not just with the roster. You remember they brought in Jarmo Kekalainen as a senior advisor in that front office. I think that they've, behind the scenes have tried to kind of bolster themselves. Someone like Jarmo, for example, was a GM in Columbus for a long time, a very sort of steady, patient guy. I think that, they've tried to basically strengthen themselves to get through some choppy waters. But, what would be the tone this morning had they lost that game to the Senators with Florida coming in? And I know the Panthers have dropped a couple games here and are dealing with their own injuries and the like, but, it was a snowball running in the wrong direction, and one win doesn't change too much, but it does at least, stem the tide and give them some daylight. And, Zach Benson came back in the lineup, had a couple points in the game. Mm-hmm. I think there's things to build on there if you're the Sabres, and that's what they have to do.
So if you're the Sabres right now, here's your next 5 games. You mentioned the Panthers. The Montreal Canadiens are also in that 5. The Detroit Red Wings are there, and back-to-back games, a home and home against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's say things go back to being bad. And maybe it's too soon of a question to ask, and maybe it's not. How hot does Kevyn Adams' seat get? How much time does he have to try to right this ship and put this team on course towards making the playoffs?
Well, it's definitely hot. You know, and look, you don't see GMs, you know, face a true hot seat, I guess, in the first 4 games of the season too often. But, you know, he's been there for a number of years now as Kevin Adams. You know, obviously you have Lindy Ruff, the head coach. He's on an expiring contract. And look, just by virtue of Lindy Ruff's age, you know that's not a long-term likely job for him just because, you know, he's been around the league so long. You know, I think that there couldn't be more urgency in Buffalo. And, you know, at a certain point, I think for the Sabres, this is going to become a business issue, right? You know, it probably already is, but, you know, you saw, Julian, I'm sure the ticket prices on the secondary market for that Senators game. Like literally you could go to Starbucks and get a coffee this morning cheaper than, or for more expensive than you could have got tickets into that Sabres game last night. You mentioned, you know, fans throwing jerseys on the ice and some of the vitriol you see online for them. I mean, they have to rebuild a lot of bridges in the community. You know, ultimately, I think you only do that through winning, through giving fans something to get excited about, through becoming, you know, restoring sort of respect to the logo and the organization. And, you know, that's Kevin Adams' job. Now, as a GM, what can you do in season? I mean, he's lost Josh Norris again here. You know, with reflection, I think that trade is a disaster on the Buffalo end of it, frankly. You know, it's unfortunate, obviously, for Josh Norris that he's been injured a couple times, but the fact he's played, a handful of games since the deal was made, you know, supposedly different issue than the one he dealt with at the end of last season in terms of the injury itself. But I mean, he was meant to be their top line center. It's not like the GM in any market can go out and find a top line center today. I just don't think that that's realistic or something that's you're not going to see that kind of caliber of player move perhaps all season, but certainly not in the first couple weeks of the season. So, you know, if you're Kevin Adams, you need the team to play well and to keep winning games. And that's where I think you can start with that Senators win, because, you know, they get behind, they come back, they stretch out a big lead. Then the Senators rally early in the third, right? There's a shaky moment there. Lindy Ruff calls a timeout. I mean, look, I think that those are all building blocks to go through that. And, you know, it's just it's a tough place to be with Sabres are right now, because they're being judged on the current roster and the current things that are happening, but they're also to some degree, you know, they shoulder the weight of, you know, a lot of teams, a lot of players, even other GMs and coaches that came before them.
Like after Tim Stützle ties the game in the first period, the fans are booing. Like the emotions very much on their sleeves. But then that second
1-1 goal in the fourth game of the season, you know,
goal.
like that's like, it's just we can't actually underline how unusual that is, right? Like how, but it's very unusual to have an NHL team or team in any sport other than your New York Jets, I'm sorry to say, with a 14-year playoff drought, right? So I mean, I don't blame the fans. I really don't. This is not a fan issue. It's an organizational issue that they've got to sort out. And you know, as I expressed, I think there's still some reason for optimism with their roster. Like I don't have a crystal ball, but you know, Josh Stone has played well. He came over in that offseason trade for JJ Peterka. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not as though they're bereft of any talent or reason to be hopeful. It's just, you know, they've got to align it and make it work. And frankly, they've got to rebuild a lot of trust in their market. And that's kind of what they're up against as an organization. And if not, I think changes are inevitable, because at a certain point, if you're the owner of the team, you just can't sit there and say, this is okay. And you know, that's where organizations do get in trouble. I mean, way back when, this is a callback, but the whole idea of a Shana plan, like that whole nickname in Toronto, it actually came out of the fact that when Brendan Shanahan first took over as the Leafs president back in 2014, he just made an observation at a press conference. He's like, the problem in Toronto isn't coming up with a plan. He said, the problem is sticking to a plan. And he's like, basically every year, every 2 years, they're going in a different direction. They you know, prioritize this, prioritize that, trade this guy away. And he just didn't see a coherent kind of strategy. You know, I think you do get into that danger when basically organizations head in the wrong direction and you keep, you know, abruptly changing course, but at the same time doing the same thing is kind of the definition of madness. So anyway, the Sabres hope it doesn't have to come to that. I think it's certainly possible, though. I mean, there's certainly lots of rumblings that if this season goes off the rails, that there's going to have to be major changes for that organization. But, you know, if they keep winning games, you and I won't be talking about this. There'll be no focus on that, and maybe eventually there'll be more butts in the seats and more enthusiasm from their fans, because the good people of Buffalo deserve that.
You didn't see or hear this, but Drew just counted me down in French, and I was very impressed. That was very impressive, Drew. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. This stream is brought to you by Bally Sportsbook and Casino. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. The Dangle angle that we're looking at tonight, Matthews 4 or more shots. Looking a little tough right now. Nylander 3 or more shots. Looking not as tough, but still tough. Leafs win. They're currently winning. So we do like that. Heather, thank you for the 5 SDPN memberships. Steven asking a great question. Actually, I was talking to someone about this. Are the Rangers that offensively anemic or just unlucky? I'm not going to say anemic. Excuse me. I'm not going to say anemic because that makes it sound like they're not capable. But I don't want to say unlucky either because it's letting them off the hook. They're not connecting their passes at all. They're turning it over a lot. Their breakout is poor. I'm coughing right now. Darren Dreger can barely get through a sentence on TSN right now. There's something going around the greater Toronto area. Even the Rangers' really close-looking chances on Stolarz, like if you watch the replay, they just handed him a drink on live TV. That's hilarious. Even the Rangers' good chances are not well-placed shots. So I think it's a combination of I think it's a lot of nervous energy. I think that's what most of it is. I do want to point out a couple things that you could potentially check out. Next Sunday, not this Sunday, next Sunday, if you're in St. Catharines or the surrounding area, James Duthie is doing an event at First Ontario Performing Arts Center for his book, Certified Beauties. And the reason I point that out, Adam Wilde is hosting that event. You don't want to go to that one? Okay, well, how about Kitchener Public Library, Wednesday, October 29th at 7 p.m.? I am going to be hosting that event with James Duthie. There is a Leafs game that night. Drew, I'm so sorry. I did not plan effectively. Maybe I'll get James on LFR. I don't know. Wouldn't that be sick? But yeah, St. Catharines, October 26th with Adam. Kitchener, October 29th with me. So if you want to check that out, check it out. I don't even know if there's tickets. I think you just come. I think you just show up. Our live show at Rec Room this Saturday. Oh, we're charging you. Oh, you're paying for that. Anyway. So that was that insane? What do we think? Chat, final score predictions. I want to know your final score predictions. You know what's weird? I feel like if the Leafs win 2-0 or 3-0, it won't be as bad as if they win 1-0. Oh, Drew says 2-1 in the shootout. That's interesting. But I'm going with the theme of the Rangers getting, you know? No, I didn't just jinx it. Jinx what? I didn't say anything. Jinx what? Jays and Mariners, top of 2, 0-0. Leafs, Rangers, end of 2, 1-0 Leafs. Gosh, I feel like a real sports broadcaster. All this stuff. There's my name right down there. a stuffy of myself. Am I dead, dog? Anyway, I'm fine. You want to hear the most depressing thing ever? You do? Okay. I cried for the whole pregame and first period of the Leafs' first game of the season. And we put Iggy's bed away. And by we, I mean my wife did it while I wasn't in the house because she knew I didn't have the strength to do it. And I put it out because Iggy, like a lot of you knew him for Victory Puppies. He watched every game with me. Every game. And even some of the streams when I wasn't there, if he wasn't sleeping on his bed right under the TV where I usually watch out in the main basement, sometimes he would just come in here and sleep beside me. Changing the topic aggressively, there was a number 10 Alex Steen Leafs jersey in the stands, just shown on the broadcast. Goals saved above expected. The Rangers are first in the NHL. Goals for below expected. They are second worst. Shesterkin coming into this game was 2-2 with a 970 plus save percentage, which is absurd. And I'm pretty sure that save percentage has gone up. Even though he's allowed the only goal in tonight's game, it is still a 1-0 Leafs lead. We are about to begin the third period of play. Puck is dropped. No shenanigans off the whistle. Drew, we see you, says Heather. What? Oh, you were flickering a bad word over me over and over again. How dare you? How dare you, Drew? How about you flicker Matthews? Oh, no! Oh, Miller was all alone in front, and he flubbed it. I was going to say Matthews and William Nylander shots. Michelli put a shoulder into Adam Fox. There he is again in the corner. Oh, in front! Couldn't get it to Tavares. Michelli hunting again. His passes haven't exactly been on point tonight, but he's doing a lot of good things. You can say that for, geez, a lot of players on the ice tonight for both teams. Fox looks frustrated. I don't know. I think he's very upset with this breakout. Puts it into the middle of the ice, and the Rangers dump it. All that for that? Tanev after it. And that's an easy exit for the Leafs. Nyes lifts it. Cowan after it. Trying to hit Robertson off the puck. Rangers Robertson, not Leafs. Zibanejad stripped. Riley. Cowan. I tried to flip it to Nyes. There's a gap in chemistry and communication at times with Cowan, but there's definitely something there. Oh, Stollers! If you're a goaltender! Oh, that was close. Rangers still have it. Schneider calling for it. On, blocked. Matthews. I don't love that choice. Matthews still trying to get it out. Nice after it. Parsonen and Carlo battling. Matthews can't get to that. Cowan can't get to that. Shot from the Rangers, blockered away by Stolarz. Rangers still behind the net. Cowan. Schneider on, stopped by Stolarz. 17:43 to go in the third. Leafs top line getting trapped out there a little bit. But ultimately, never really in much danger except for the Ranger chance. Miller chance. Drew says this game sucks compared to Saturday. Was Saturday the Red Wings in Detroit? Okay. 2-goal blown lead. Thank you, Drew. That was a good game. I'm blinded by the fact that the Leafs were so bad in the second period. But, yeah. Miller shot wide. The Domi line, by the way, a rare D-zone start for them. Leafs get it out. Is this icing? This line has to lead the league in icings. It doesn't really matter because the shift just started, but I'm just saying. Yeah, Drew saying this is probably the last line you'd ever want to start in your D zone. Dude, like they had a good game against Nashville. It's Nashville. Like they feasted on like Buffalo and teams like that last year. Like I'm just not into it as a long-term solution, but it's October. Fine. Ref didn't like the face-off. We're going to do it again. Kevin Badger, welcome to SDP VIP. Hi, Steve. Good luck to the Leafs this year. The Sharks need to get their ish together, but I'm not panicking, says Felix. Miller and Domi, two calm guys. They're known for it. Rangers come up with the face-off win. Shot! That's wide. Off the back of the net. McCabe, sorry. Rangers again, blowing it. Giveaway. Robertson. Domi. McMahon joining him. Domi shot. It's a weak one because it was deflected. Shesterkin covers it up. 17:08 to go in the third. Primarina Princess. Did I get it right? If you were in charge of the Leafs, I'm rich. Oh, there's more. And you were forced to make a trade with the Seattle Kraken. Which player would you trade for, and who would you be willing to trade? Wouldn't mind Adam Larson. I mean, I like Joey Decord, but they don't really need Joey Decord. Nylander shot! Out of play. Leafs have two goalies making less than Joey Decord. I mean, Jared McCann. Kind of like that Ellie Tolvanen. Oh, Drew saying Brandon Montour. That's a very, very intriguing name. In terms of what I would give, the Leafs don't really have much outside of Cowan, and I don't want to do that. Benoit holds his own. Matthews. Oh, weird bounce. Nice. Tries to center it for Nylander, who's out there with this line again. Rangers breaking out. It's Carrick. Rempe and Benoit. Rempe tries to center it. No one there. Mariners just got a run. It is 1-0 Mariners in game 4, bottom of the second. We don't like it. Pass off target. No icing. Shesterkin plays it behind the net. Nick Waugh digging. Joshua digging. Waugh after it again. Rangers get out. But again, like it's an icing. Like the Rangers really, really disjointed. And if they don't find a way to tie and or win this game, it might get late early in New York. Yes, it would, Drew. I'm not going to say what you just said. Panarin is a pending UFA. Yeah, I'm pretty surprised. Zibanejad, is he getting kicked out of this draw? Zibanejad and Tavares. Face off goes to the Rangers. Panarin. Zibanejad. Drew talking about Panarin to the Leafs. What are you, a Leafs fan? What's going on? Oh, Stolarz, boy. If you're a goaltender. Here comes Willie. Oh! Couldn't get to the puck quick enough. Oh, he would have been away. Stolarz. Carlo airmails it. Where the hell? That's got to be a high stick. How is the play still going? Schneider on. Stopped by Stolarz. It goes around. Yarncroke nailed into the boards. Rangers hold the line. Shot. Trickles behind the net. Rangers. Oh boy. Time. Space. In front. Weird bounce. Leafs clear it. That was Riley. Shot from Schneider. And they score off a deflection. No shutout tonight. The Rangers tie it 1-1 with 15:09 to go in the third. That is Parsonen. Now, on the broadcast, they're talking about potentially reviewing this for goalie interference. Parsonen, that's a great tip. So Radish 100% interferes with Stolarz, but as Drew just said in my ear, like he had lots of time to reset. That's oh boy. I mean, who the hell knows? Oh, maybe a high stick before the goal as well. So the Leafs have taken a timeout. They're reviewing it. Live odds have changed very aggressively. Rangers down to a 105. What did I tell you? Leafs at minus 135. So maybe that makes the Leafs more appealing to you. Stolarz was 100% interfered with. But what is the statute of limitations for goalie interference in a goal? Leafs player touched it after a high stick, so it negates it. Oh, you mean the one at the blue line? Yeah. Carlo swatted at it. Not a good move, bud. Habs tied up 1-1 in the third. Go Habs go from Francois Labelle. No challenge. I don't think you win that one. I do think you have a case, but like it's such a risk and it's just not worth taking. So it's 1-1 here in the third. Parsonen's first of the season. That's a shame, man. And that's the only way the Rangers were going to beat Stolarz tonight. Is off a deflection and mucking it up in front. No salt, no shade. They got a goal. Robertson in his own end. Dumps it. McMahon after it. Shesterkin plays it. Geez, tape to tape to Miller. Here's Rempe going wide, going to the net. Stopped by Stolarz. Rebound is covered up. Benoit and Miller exchange bumps. 14:27 to go in the third. Mike Johnston on the TSN broadcast remarking how quick Rempe looks. Yeah, Carlo doesn't look great there. Parsonen just, why? Carlo's literally one of the biggest players in the league. Why did that happen? Face off in the Leaf zone. Zibanejad getting kicked out. Cooley going to take the draw against Wah. Would you try to get Tuck from Buffalo? If I'm Buffalo, I give Tuck to the Leafs over my dead body. Stop losing trades in division. Have you learned nothing from the Panthers? Rangers! Oh my goodness, wide open opportunity. How don't they bury that? Leafs on their back foot a little bit here. Let's get it together there, fellas. Borgen dumps it. Oh, giveaway in the Leaf zone. Panarin is stripped. Cowan gets it out. Is that going to be enough for icing? Yes. 13:51 to go in the third. That line just got on the ice, so not a huge deal. Oh, Cowan just came out late. Adam, the buns in question are under review. That's very funny. Top of three, the Jays with a chance to tie it up. It's down. They're down 1-0 to the Mariners very early in Game 4 of the ALCS. Fox to Rempe. Ooh, he falls down. Ooh, goes into the boards hard. Benoit tripped. Cowan can't get it to Nyes. Matthews. Leafs got to watch too many men here. Matthews. Here come the Rangers. Carrick going wide, going to the net. Rangers once again can't finish that one-timer. McCabe deep in his own zone as the Leafs change it up. Rangers, like, no pressure there. I don't think they realized the situation the Leafs were in. McCabe flubs it a little. To Riley. To Nylander. Here he comes. Michelli. Nylander, oh, he wanted to do the give and go. Doesn't quite work. Michelli tries to get it deep. Doesn't work. Riley after it. Is this going to be icing? Doesn't look like it. Nope. 12:50 to go in the third. Carlo up the ice. And that goes into the benches. First Rock. Might as well start early in the season. Steve, please come to Sudbury. Live show in my garage. I came perilously close to come into Sudbury last year, and it just didn't work out. There's a few markets I feel like I owe. Like, I got to get there. Windsor. I had a book signing scheduled there, and then COVID hit. I think I told the story last weekend, but I keep getting told, like, hey, did you know that your picture is hanging in your old high school? Like, they have a plaque, like, of me and, like, a little descriptor and everything. And I guess they're doing, like, an honored alumni whatever. And the assembly to honor me and others that I was going to go to and my parents were going to go to, April 2020. So it didn't happen. It didn't happen. But it's there. I've been to the school. I've seen it. I talk there every couple of years, which is weird because I was a crappy student. Drew, have you ever been back to talk to your old high school? No. Why not? That's trash. Justin Fisher says, WTF, where is my damn plaque? I took it down. And I rubbed my butt on it. I didn't wipe my butt with it. That's disgusting. I simply rubbed my butt on it. I gave a lap dance to your plaque, Justin. Jays just took the 2-1 lead. What happened? 2-run shot from Whomst. Max Domi, center ice faceoff, wins it. You can hear the cheering in Scotiabank Arena. I'm almost positive that's what they're reacting to. Jimenez. What? Again? Does he have home runs in back-to-back games? There's no way he's ever done that in his career. Wow. And the building is electric. Wow. Robertson, the players got to be confused. 2-1 lead in the top of 3 for the Jays. They're going to start a Let's Go Blue Jays chant here, I think. They're trying to get organized. Oh, Nylander falls down. Gives it away. Oh, boy. Zibanejad. Nylander chasing the puck down. I don't know what happened there. He just blew a tire. Leafs get out. Nylander gets it to OEL. Nyes has it taken off of him. McCabe says, get back up the ice. Nylander to Matthews, to Nyes. To Nylander, shot! Stopped. Nylander gets it back, cycles it. Shesterkin out of his net to play it. Really good at that. High off the glass for the Rangers. Willie goes to get it. Gingerly, no icing. Is SDPN accredited for baseball or only NHL? Only NHL. Tanev to McCabe. Yarncroke with a dash. Oh, that would have been crazy if he got number 4. McCabe. Yarncroke. Hunting. Nice pass from Tanev. Tanev over to McCabe. Good receipt of the pass. On! Deflected. Not on target. Rangers get out. Oh, McCabe just tried to kill a guy. That's Laba, I believe. Didn't connect, but he tried. Oh, watch the too many men. Jesus. McCabe. Gain center, dumps it. Robertson. Shesterkin handles it. Fakes everybody out. Fox. Come to Victoria, BC and hang out with me and Wes. Oh, hell yeah, dude. What's up? How you doing? Rempe. Behind the net. Stoller's out of the net to play it. 10 minutes to go. Oh, nearly a giveaway. Riley. Oh, Robertson hunting it down, hunting it. Robertson just hit Robertson. Domi trying to find Robertson. Robertson shot. It wasn't on camera, but Shesterkin stopped it. Steve, what would your walkout song be if you played baseball? I like A-OK. I know I'll be A-OK, but I know someone already has that. Oh, Sherry, deflection, wide. I Ain't Done Beam version by Andy Mineo. Michelli, Nylander. Leafs break out 3 wide. Michelli, he's got Tavares. Too much pressure on him. Tavares digging. Leafs hold it at the line. Benoit. Willie. Down low. Willie. Shot is blocked. As a Rockies fan, sigh, go Jays, says Heather. I'll take it. Benoit. Got to get after it. Oh, Nylander. Poor read. Oh, what is that, Willie? Will Cooley. Willie, get it out. This is a poor effort from Nylander, who's caught late in his shift. Move your feet! Oh, please don't let the Rangers score here. Zibanejad on his knees. Fox. Cooley. That's wide. Willie, oh my God, just get off. Just get off. On, wide. I hope, oh, Willie's still there. Get out of here, and the Rangers blow it. Icing waved off, thank goodness. Not Willie's finest moments. Whoa, collision there between Dakota Joshua and a Rangers player. I didn't see who it was. Rangers in the Leafs offensive zone. Been a little too much of this for my liking in the third. Yarncroak. Good job getting it to McCabe. Good job getting it to Joshua. Gets it behind the Rangers net. Wah. On the forecheck takes down Borgen, who was off balance. That's what we need out of this fourth line. Rangers attacking 3-on-2. Nearly offside. McCabe says, get out of here. Wah. Dumps it. Joshua after it. Pressure on Snyder. Finishes his check. Schneider. Riley up the ice. Domi in deep. McMahon and Vakanainen battling. Riley. Domi. Bomb from Carlos. Stopped from Shesterkin. Rangers airmail it into the neutral zone. Robertson gets it deep. No ice. 6:45 to go in the third. What Leaf almost fell over after Robertson missed his shot by trying to push a Ranger? That was funny. I don't know. This has been mayhem. Benoit tries to go hard around. Doesn't work. Michelli saves the day there. He holds the puck, allows the Leafs to change. Good move. Andy leads the rush. Tries to dump it. Willie. Tavares! Oh, just puts it wide. That would have been all Michelli there. Steve, erase one from existence. Bags or boats? Icing called against New York. So basically, I'm Thanos, and I can get rid of something from all existence. I have to choose between all bags or all boats. The problem is, if I get rid of boats, everyone aboard a boat right now dies. Who are people? They're not carrying people in bags. Body bag? Yeah, but they're not going to die. Anyway, Riley going to work. Riley tries to find Matthews. Almost finds Nyes. Rangers, can they get out? They do. Here they come. Bases loaded for the Jays with one out. Oh, Rangers! Oh, what a play by Matthew Nyes to clear it with his foot, with his instep. Tanev, McCabe, Matthews, Nyes. Up the ice. Tanev has Yarncroke. Tanev! Oh, deflected wide by Shesterkin as the Leafs change. Love that Yarncroke so far this season. Bit of a tough game against the Preds, but they won 7-4. I'm over it. Joshua going wide. Behind the net for Waugh. Waugh. Hard battle behind the Rangers net. Waugh. Joshua helping him out. Ekman Larson helping out. Yarncroke supporting. Benoit in the neutral zone. Steve Dangle here on the STPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. This is brought to you by the Bally Sportsbook and Casino. Get the app today. Check out the Dangle Angle. There's still time. Domi. Oh, he had McMahon. Couldn't find him. McMahon, that's wrapped up there by Laba. I was wondering if maybe you get a holding call. Robertson, good hands. Great hands. Domi. Good battle. Domi. He's got Riley. Riley at the point. On. Couldn't get the deflection there from Robertson. Robertson complaining about a held stick there from Fox. They're never calling that one, Robbie. And the Rangers have it as the Leafs change. 3:45 to go in the third. Yeah, this third period's been going by very fast. Rempe, thank goodness there's an icing because Rempe was ready to light up Jake McCabe. Nylander at 2 shots. We're almost there. Matthews still at 1. Three-on-three OT would be great news for the Dangle Angle. It's tricky, right? Like, I just want them to win outright. Like, I want a nice calm evening. Doesn't work. The concept of siblings or electricity. You're sick. What? What? I don't know, man. I don't even want to talk about the repercussions of what. Yeah, you're on drugs. You're baked. Benoit in his own zone. Nearly gives it away. Michelli does give it away. Oh no! Rempe stopped. Rebound. Stolarz doesn't have a mask. Makes another save, even though Stolarz had his mask off. Rangers shoot it in the empty net, but the play was long done. Stolarz did not knock his bucket off on purpose. How dare you? 1-1 is the score, and we'll go to commercial break. Why is it the Leafs always let the other team back in it? Is it because we have too many Canadians on the team? What? That's rage bait. That's rage bait. Drew, are the Jays still up? 2-1 bases loaded, but hasn't updated? That's weird. 3-1. They just walked Barshow bases loaded. Oh, baby. Wow. Ernie Clement now at the plate for the Jays. Thank you, Drew. Reminder to all viewers, stay here. Once this game is done and I'm gone, stay here because this stream will immediately reroute to Jesse's stream of Game 4 of the ALCS between the Blue Jays and Mariners. Wouldn't that be something? The color green or numbers 1 to 3? You're definitely so baked. That's how are you coming up with these? It's drugs, right? Like it's got to be drugs. So Stoller's got hit directly in the helmet, I'm pretty sure. And he makes quite the pad save. No, Rempe got him right in the brain. Shut up, Drew. And then he makes a great kick save. Kick save and a beauty on JT Miller. That would have been very interesting had the Rangers scored. Drew, does this make for an easy LFR or a hard one? Yeah, low scoring games usually end up being long because in my head, I'm like, there's nothing to talk about. You got to stretch. And there's always something to talk about. And I just end up screwing us both. So sorry about that. Under 3 minutes to go in the third. It is a 1-1 game. Leafs give it to the Rangers. Rangers enter. Give it up. Tavares chasing. Fox is going to beat him there. Tavares almost creates a turnover there. Rangers dump it. Go Maple Jays. I agree. McCabe. Is it still 1 out? Bases loaded. Matthews dumps it. McMahon out there with Matthews. And nice. Interesting. Clement struck out. Boo. We don't like that. Matthews, good job there. Rangers get out of their own zone. Cowan 3-on-3 is very intriguing. Leafs turn it over. Panarin. Cooley. Tanev gets out. Oh, does he? They call it offside. 1:59 to go in the third. Face off just outside of the Leaf zone. Carrick wins it. Schneider. He wasn't near center ice. No icing. I don't think he was near center ice. Yarncroak. Rempe with it. That should have been icing. Carrick. Rangers on. Stop by Stolars. And Rempe going after Yarncroak. Goofball. Yarncroak really not happy about something. Are we getting fourth line versus fourth line right now? With like 90 seconds to go in the game? In regulation, I should say. Yeah, Rempe with the slash on Yarncroak and the rabbit punch. Goal Caulfield ties it back up, says Francois. What I meant, says Robert, was because Canadians are nice, not Montreal Canadiens. Gummies? Jay Strand, 3 runners, but they get a run. And a 2-run homer from Jimenez. The Jays lead 3-1 over Seattle in Game 4. Leafs ice the puck here in this hockey game. 1:28 to go in the third. Waugh is out there for a very important faceoff for the Leafs. Reminder, after this game is done, we will immediately reroute to Jesse's stream of the Blue Jays game. Leafs. Oh, off a body on the Leafs bench, so we'll get another faceoff. 1:24 to go in the third. That was very nearly an odd man rush for the Leafs. Hey, let's get over 1,000 likes, eh? We're at 8:29 right now. It's bothering me. Click like. It takes a second. It's free. And it helps us out. Big face-off in the Leaf zone right now. Rangers win it. They flub it. Leafs give it right back. Lafreniere on. Wait, that goes wide. 1:12 to go. Off the boards. Miller. Cross ice. Oh, Riley. Good deflection. Rangers just into the Leaf zone. Carlo gets out. Nylander got a piece of it, but that's going to be ice. 56.9 seconds to go in the third. Oh, dear. And the Leafs have used up their timeout because they considered reviewing the Rangers' goal. That was a legitimate use of a timeout. I'm not lamenting it, but it'd be good to have right now. Tavares to take the face-off against Mika Zibanejad. Zibanejad wins that. Fox around for Panarin. Shot from the point. Stolar saves it and covers it. Oh, baby. 48.3 seconds to go in the third. My goodness, has Stolar's been sharp. The best player on either end of the ice. Shesterkin's been very good as well. We got a goalie duel. Boy, Stolar's better be thankful he stayed with that one because he was nowhere near his crease. Shots 10-4 for the Rangers in this period. Leafs finally win a faceoff in their own end. Tanev. Leafs can't get out. Now they do. Bouncing puck. Tanev. Hard around. McMahon gets it out. 30 seconds to go in the third. Leafs blew getting a point against Detroit in their third game of the season. They would be wise to not do that here. 17 seconds to go. Rangers in the neutral zone. They gain center and dump it. Tanev to McMahon. McMahon can't get it out. 5 seconds. McMahon. Matthews does get it out. Leafs secure a point, and we are heading to overtime here in Toronto. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SDPN YouTube channel. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. This is all brought to you by the Bally Sportsbook and Casino. Drew, what are the odds that I could get the odds? Leafs minus 125. Rangers plus 104. Download the Bally Sportsbook app now. Give us a goal score. Give me, it's got to be one of our guys. Give me Matthews. And if it's the Rangers, this is weird. Give me Sherry. I've liked his game tonight. I don't know. It's weird. See, Drew goes, do you think Matt Rempe gets a shift? I kind of think he might. He's really not slow, Drew. I don't know, man. He's been burning. He burned wide 2 or 3 times tonight. I'm kind of wondering if he becomes a bit of a problem. I thought about, so Drew is going Easton Cowan, Matt Rempe. I did think about Cowan. I also thought about Rempe. Handheld food or sitting during meals in school. Kevin. Steve, I just reached 64 birds on Merlin. You? Oh, I've been stuck for a while. 73? Let me see. I'm so mad. I saw a hairy woodpecker the other day, or heard a hairy woodpecker the other day, and my app glitched. So I wasn't able to record it. Oh. I'm at 75. species on Merlin. Yeah, you could cheat and just take a Google image, but you would know you're cheating. So don't. Breezy, CAD, welcome to SDP VIP. We got 3-on-3 overtime here in Toronto. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. The Leafs start with Matthews, Nylander, and Riley against Miller, Lafreniere, and I got to imagine Fox. They just haven't showed him yet. PSN just showed a camera that was wobbling, and it hurt my brain. Cowan OT winner, says Robert Bed. He's putting his flag in the earth. Miller wins that draw. Oh, it's Gavrikov, not Fox. OT last season, the Rangers were 3-7. Leafs 10-2. Here comes Miller and Laugh. Handed off to Fox. There's Fox. Nylander on Fox. Nylander stays with Fox, who drives. Rangers all the way down the ice to Shesterkin, who it's like having another D-man back there. Nylander switch. Oh, boy. Nylander had to bail. Heather sent 5 STPN memberships. Thank you. Wide open shot. Rangers whiff. This might be a 2-on-1. It's a 3-on-1 for the Leafs as they change. Matthews and Willie. Willie. Matthews scores. Austin Matthews. Overtime winner. Less than a minute in. Who's right? I'm right. The Leafs come out on top after all. 2-1 win in Toronto against the Rangers. Leafs get their winning record back for the first time since game 1 of the season. They are now 3-2 in this very young campaign, and Austin Matthews continues to put the puck in the net against a goalie. Drew pointing out that was a nasty pass from Nylander. Ew. Shesterkin barely even moved. And it turns out other guys can set up Austin Matthews. Rangers fans are not going to be happy with Mika Zibanejad on that offensive zone giveaway there. That is the nature of 3-on-3 overtime, but he's already a somewhat unpopular figure there. Thank you to Wes Richard for 10 STPN memberships, by the way, you beauty. Let's get to 1,000 likes for crying out loud. We're almost there. Austin Matthews. Big selly from Willie Nylander. Most game-winning goals in Maple Leafs history. Matthews gets another one. Sundin leads the franchise with 79. Matthews at 65. Keon now a couple behind Matthews at 63. Yeah, Drew with a good point. Like 3-on-3 goals, should they count? Asterisk. I'll tell you what was a pain in the ass. Hey, we're over 1,000 likes. Let's go. Thank you. What was a pain in the ass is when I was doing hockey rants and raves, trying to figure out a goalie's record if this was an overtime loss or a tie. Because some of the goalies that we talked about overlapped eras. Brodeur, Waugh, I think Hasek. That was frustrating. Second base or second base? Kevin, that one's funny. That one's funny. That one's funny. And I'm going to say bye-bye baseball. Well, my friends, that was a fun stream here on the SDPN YouTube channel, brought to you by the Bally Sportsbook and Casino. Download the Bally app today and check out the Dangle Angle every time we're doing one of these fun little things. We didn't hit tonight. We came very close. Should have done Matthews' goal. Should have done Matthews' goal. We did shots. It's okay. We're going to get there. I'm feeling it. We're going to get there, and we did get the Leafs win, which at the end of the day is the most important part. I got an LFR video to shoot, which means you are all going to join Jesse Blake on this YouTube channel. Beef, Robert. You're going to join Jesse Blake right now on the SDPN YouTube channel as he streams his reaction to Game 4 of the ALCS, Blue Jays and Mariners.